Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Aries for the mid-March time period, 2021. I hope all my Aries friends are doing great. I hope things are moving in the direction that you are manifesting them towards moving. I'm really happy that you're here. Let's get into the reading. As you know, this is a general reading. There will be some parts that do not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do and leave the rest. I've already meditated on the cards. I've already shuffled the cards, and this is a spread that I have for you today. Dear Aries, in the past position, we do have the Seven of Cups clarified by the Eight of Cups. In the obstacle position, we have the Eight of Pentacles clarified by the Knight of Cups. In the present position, we have the Emperor clarified by Four of Pentacles, and in the future outcome position, we have the Ten of Pentacles clarified by the Ace of Wands. Really tremendous, powerful reading. It's almost like a punch. Action, action, action is what the main message of this reading is, Aries. So definitely make sure that in the month of March you are taking action, moving towards your goals, moving towards your dreams. There's lots to do. There's always the cleaning of the vibration that can be done. Sometimes our vibrations are a little bit low, so it's important to raise them back up. It's also important to keep the balance between our feminine self and masculine self, in balance, just as much as to have that balance between the mind, the spirit, and the heart as well. So there's definitely lots to do, lots to work on in order to move forward, in order to see abundance, love, security on the outside and on the inside as well. But if we get into the reading, in the past position, we do have the Seven of Cups clarified by the Eight of Cups. As you know, cups are represented by water, and water is the element of the emotions. They are building blocks of connections with other people. The Seven of Cups is a card of daydreaming, wishful thinking. It's a card that suggests you in the past had a lot of choices in front of you. Choices in relationships, perhaps choices in situations. It's a card where you weren't sure what to pick, because we see this person, the card shows us this dark silhouette, suggesting that this person is really not sure what option to go with, what alternative to choose. And as a result, he may be wasting a little bit of time. So when you get the Seven of Cups in your reading, it could also suggest that in the past you had poor time management, poor organizational skills, because one of the things that is truly important is to have a plan. And when you have a plan, you have a goal, you know how you're going to achieve that goal. Once that goal is achieved, you move on to the next goal. And so when you're not sure, when you're presented with alternatives, with choices, when you're not sure which direction to move in, because you really haven't done all that work behind the scenes in order to figure out what your vibration is, what your thought pattern is, and then you are a little bit lost in when you have to make choices. Do you focus on your home? Do you focus on a particular relationship? Do you focus on work? Do you focus on something else in order to achieve the dream that you need to have? And definitely the Seven of Cups can be a little bit of a troublesome card for relationships. It's interesting that it's clarified by the Eight of Cups, because it definitely suggests that there was something you walked away from. There was choices, more than just one, that you walked away as a result of having the Eight of Cups in the clarifying position, because the Eight of Cups is the card of departure. It's a card of turning your back on something that you put in considerable time and energy into. It could be that you are pursuing the choice that you made in the Seven of Cups, and moving towards the vision that you have created for yourself. But this combination carries with it some anxiety, some worry, some uncertainty, some confusion about a particular relationship and situation. But the good thing is, you're moving out of that uncertainty. And one thing that I really like is that the choice that you made as a result of the Seven of Cups was the right choice, because in the outcome, ultimately, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is a card of family, stability, and for some, feeling safe as well. So the choices you made in the past turned out to work out for you after all. Now, in the obstacle position, you have the Eight of Pentacles clarified by the Knight of Cups. Again, the cups are present, suggesting that there was a significant amount of time you spent on a particular relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be platonic. It could be a friendship, a relative. It could be someone that was important to you in the past. It seems like they've taken, like you've put distance between yourself and that person. But the Knight of Cups brings, a relationship that is causing friction, that didn't turn out to be the way you thought it was going to turn out. It's interesting that we do have the Eight of Pentacles in the obstacle position, suggesting that perhaps, well, first, pentacles are an omen for the financial aspect of things. So when you have pentacles in the obstacle position, it does suggest that maybe you've spent too much time and money on a project, that you've invested a little bit too much, that may create, some budget shortfall. When you have pentacles in the obstacle position, definitely it's a warning to be careful about how you spend your money, especially what you invest in, because investing is very much long term. The Eight of Pentacles is also, could be that some of you are not really willing to take advice from others, and that you think your way is the best, and you're just going to keep on doing what you've been doing because you've always found that it worked for you in the past. But definitely the reminder here from the divine is you may want to take advice from others. You may want to stop and pause and look around, and maybe consult a few friends that are experts in a particular field to see what is the best way to proceed. Sometimes the Eight of Pentacles lets us know that everything we've worked so hard for, expecting those rewards, the rewards don't come. So definitely sometimes when we have the Eight of Pentacles in the obstacle position, it suggests that working hard on something but not really seeing the results that are supposed to be there, and that can create a little bit of frustration, lack of motivation, lack of wanting to continue to working on something. It's very natural, normal feelings to experience, especially when you've been going at it for a while and not really seeing the fruits of your labor. The wonderful thing is that in the present position, we do have the Emperor. And the Emperor is all about power and authority and dominance. It suggests that you are coming into power. Remember that each and every one of us have the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So the Emperor applies to everyone. It suggests that you are becoming an expert in a specific field. Perhaps you're taking control of a relationship. Perhaps you're taking control of a situation. Perhaps you are becoming an authority at home or at work or among your friends. But there is something that's going to work out in your favor, Aries. Something is going your way because you are the boss. You are in control. You are the authority figure. The Emperor has been through a lot. He brings structure. He brings brings that wise energy, strong energy, self control energy, understanding all these different components, how the duality of life is important, because the emperor is able to harness that duality to his own advantage, and get out of the world the maximum, the world around him the maximum, in order for him to benefit, and create his dreams and create his goals, and take what has been on the inside and make it into reality on the outside. The emperor is a really good omen. You're going to feel very powerful. Remember, March is the time when you should take action. This is a month of action. You should really make sure that each moment of every single day is used as beneficially as you can make it used. So make sure you meditate, make sure you drink plenty of water, make sure you get sleep, but also make sure that you interact with people who are like-minded, who will provide you with advice or support, emotional support, physical support. Make sure that you're continuously working towards your dream. And I think all about hard work, Aries. I think you have received the Emperor card as a result of all the hard work that you've put in the past. Now, it's clarified by the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is a card of holding on to something too tight. Again, with the control, it could be that you are a little bit too controlling, actually, and it could be that you may need to sometimes loosen the grip in order to allow the relationship unfold authentically, or a situation unfold authentically. Sometimes too much control can be detrimental, so make sure with the Emperor you don't overdo it when it comes to power. Sometimes when we don't have power or authority for a long time, we become drunk on it when we receive it. So it's really important to maintain that balance. The Emperor brings masculine energy, so focus on making sure that you have feminine energy. So if you are a man and you're all about control, you're all about focusing that everybody does what they're supposed to do, or that you do what you're supposed to do, remember to balance that off with something feminine, like playing with puppies or watching a movie that makes you cry. That balance is important. When you only allow your being to have one part, like the masculine side, and you neglect the feminine side, you become out of balance. Once you become out of balance, things don't manifest as you expect them to. So make sure you kind of balance off that Emperor, because this does not apply to everyone, because some people take authority and being dominant a little too far. So I just want to caution others as well. Now, the Four of Pentacles is not the most positive card. It's a card of holding on too tightly. It's a card of sometimes we are afraid because we remember the time when we didn't have the relationship we wanted. Sometimes we're afraid when we don't have enough money, we don't have enough support, and so it's important to remember with the Four of Pentacles to let go of that fear. The Four of Pentacles suggests that you're moving in the right direction because you are becoming more stable, you're becoming more secure, and on the inside, and as a result, you're seeing your dreams come true on the outside. But the Four of Pentacles here is a reminder. It can create energy that pushes other people away. It can create energy that creates misunderstandings with others when you control too tightly. Like, micromanaging is not always attractive. So letting go of some things is important. Now, the outcome position, we have the Ten of Pentacles clarified by the Ace of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles is a really wonderful card. It's very amazing. I mean, it brings stability, it brings security, it brings feeling of that safety, feeling like you are where you're supposed to be, surrounded by people you enjoy, love, and receive support from, and to whom you also give support. Family can be not just like people that are blood, related to you by blood, but it could also be friends. It could also be coworkers. It is anyone with whom your spirit kind of feels at home with. And so the Ten of Pentacles is a card of a blessing. A lot of blessings are coming your way in the month of March. And I think you're really going to feel an incredible sense of, comfort, as well as luxury, as well as feeling like you belong, which is really what we're all after. And of course, the Ace of Wands is a card of new beginnings. Perhaps for some it could signify birth of a child, of an idea, of a project, of a business, of creation of a home. Perhaps you are wanting to remodel your home. Perhaps you're starting something new with your friends, and it's going to blossom and develop into something beautiful down the road. But definitely there's harmony, there's perseverance, and there's success that comes from that combination of the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Very powerful reading in the month of March for you, Aries. Let's see what energy oracle cards I pulled. We have the Thinking Man, Door to Spirit, and the Garden and the Gate. The Thinking Man could represent a friend, it could represent a relative, it could represent a sibling, someone in your surroundings that brings wisdom and understanding. This man in this card is thoughtful, reflective. He represents potential presence of a teacher in your life right now, or if you don't have a teacher in your life right now, one may be arriving soon. This person may be there to educate you in the finer details of your chosen direction, or maybe there to assist you in some specific spiritual, mental, or emotional pursuit. The card is telling you to pay attention, for this could lead to great strides in personal or professional growth. This man may also be a love interest coming your way, or perhaps just a new male friend. Be on the lookout for this guide in the physical world and be open to his information. The Door to Spirit is a really wonderful card, all about spiritual awakenings, new beginnings, very much relates to the Ace of Wands. This door opens onto the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. The orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential, for the changes that happen here reach deep in the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spirit world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Remember that all of us are vibrations. We are vibrations, and sometimes we literally take things literally. For example, the Thinking Man, a teacher, it could come in a vibration towards you. So only when you are spiritually aware are you able to notice these things. When you start to think of life in the form of energy, when you start to think of life in the form of vibration, you realize that things manifest a lot sooner. When you start to notice what kind of energy, what kind of vibration you give off, you realize that things actually are much easier. We ourselves make things harder. And to be honest, I'm not really sure why that happens. But the garden and the gate is about abundant and prosperity, staying safe. This card shows a peaceful young woman in a beautifully blossoming garden with colorful flowers all around. However, the gate to the road outside of the garden is locked, while the girl wears a key on a chain around her neck. This card upright bodes well for the financial scene. In fact, there may be a lot of money or other personal pleasures coming your way at this time, but be aware. The choice to stay in the seeming security of this lovely garden may actually be motivated by fear of the unknown. And again, this fear card is in this Four of Pentacles. You do have some fear, Aries. You do have a little bit of fear that you need to work through. This, beauty is enticing and worth enjoying, but you may not be giving your spirit the freedom to roam. Your spirit needs freedom. That's why you have this door opening. That's why you have this garden that shows, what you've created so far is lovely, but there's far more that you still need to explore. You must realize your potential, and the only way you realize your potential is if you step out of the comfort zone. Remember, comfort is death. When you strive for comfort, you do not advance. When you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, you learn about yourself, and you're able to expand your consciousness so that you're able to achieve the dreams. Once you expand your consciousness, everything is at your fingertips. Let's see what mystical wisdom cards I pulled. We've got new beginnings. Yes, yes, yes. We have Epiphany, see clarity, an angel of miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Sometimes we get so bogged down by our daily life. We forgot what it's like to witness a miracle. And you will witness a miracle as soon as you let go and allow, and with the Four of Pentacles, again, you must let go of controlling the situation, of trying to force something to happen. Miracles happen when you trust the universe. I think I just had this amazing recollection. I don't know if anybody has ever seen Indiana Jones movies, but there was a movie with Indiana Jones where they're after the Holy Grail, and it's Sean Connery and Harrison Ford, and they're in this temple towards the end of the movie, right? And they have to go through series of tests, and the last test is crossing the bridge that isn't there in order to get to the Holy Grail. And what I believe Indiana Jones does is he picks up some pebbles and he throws them, and the pebbles kind of reveal the bridge. So that, I think, is what this card is calling, particular to me. When you open your heart, when you trust the universe, when you just kind of really trust the universe without knowing and understanding and comprehending, just letting go and trusting the universe can be an amazing thing. But very few people, if they found themselves in the position of the Indiana Jones, very few people would cross that bridge because the fear would hold them back. The eyes do not see it, therefore how can it be? But that is what miracles are. They relate directly to your heart. Your heart chakra is the most important chakra that is coming through in this reading. Definitely, if you're able to let go, if you're able to allow miracles to take place, because you're not so full of fear, this will help you move forward. And clarity, definitely make sure that you meditate, because that brings clarity much faster and much easier. And get ready for a new beginning. There's something that is coming to life in the month of March for you, Aries. It could be many different things for many of you, but definitely if you are able to allow miracles to unravel in the month of March, I think you will get much further. You get out of this reading what you put into it. When you work on vibration, when you work on emotion, when you work on energy, when you work on balance, when you work on all those elements, and it's complicated and it takes a lot of time. Also, chakras are important. I recently learned that my throat chakra was kind of blocked. So in order to manifest, I had to kind of speak out loud all the intentions that I have said. So definitely there's a lot of work that needs to be put in, but you're making amazing progress. The month of March is going to be a very incredible month, because there's going to be a shakeup for you, Aries, but it's going to be a shakeup that is going to give you wings. It's going to make you want to fly. It's going to make you want to achieve. It's going to make you want to help others, help yourself, and be, extremely balanced as well. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Aries. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, please check me out on Instagram. I do post affirmations that are really positive, that are also a good reminder to clean up your vibration. Again, if you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for visiting my channel. I will see you next time.